Hi everyone, it's Kathy. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am super excited to be participating in the Sending You Pumpkin Kisses and Harvest Wishes blog and Instagram hop. This is a collaboration hop with Not Too Shabby and Kat Scrappiness. We're also having a giveaway on both the blog hop and the Instagram hop, and there are 4 prizes up for grabs. I'll have a link to my blog post in the description box below, so make sure you head on over there to get all the details for the giveaways and how you can be entered to win. Each of us who is participating in the hop will be using the Happy Fall stamp set from Not Too Shabby and one of the Slimline die sets from Kat Scrappiness. For my card, I chose to use the Wonky stitched nested Slimline dies from Kat Scrappiness. And instead of showing all of the coloring, I decided just to share with you how I colored a red leaf, a yellow leaf, and one of the acorns. And to do the coloring of the red leaf, I started out with R35 and did a flicking motion from the bottom up. And I kind of wanted the flick motions to go out like a fan. And I was trying to make sure that the flick marks weren't all even. I wanted them at varying heights. After the R35, I came in with R05 and continued to flick up even more just to add another shade of red. Then I came in with YR23, and with the YR23, I actually flicked from the top of the leaf towards the center of the leaf. I didn't want to start with the YR23 around those reds because I didn't want the YR23 to bleach out those red markers. Once I was done with the YR23, I thought that I could come in with an even darker color, so I came in with R59 and I added just a tiny little bit of that at the base of the leaf. And again, while I was doing those flicking motions, I made sure that they were sporadic and uneven. For the yellow leaf, I started with YR27 and I did the same technique as I did with the red leaf. After the YR27, I came in with Y26 and flicked over the YR27 and went a little bit further out on the leaf. Then I came in with YR23 and again flicked from the outer edges of the leaf down towards the center of the leaf so that I didn't bleach out the YR27 and the Y26. After I was done with the YR23, I came back in with the YR27 to darken up some of those original flick marks because the Y26 kind of bleached it out a little bit. Then I came in with YR18 so I could get a much darker color down at the bottom of the leaf, and I did the same thing on this one as I did the red. I kept the flick marks very sporadic and made sure that they weren't all evenly spaced or the same length. For the acorn top, I started with E44 and started on the outer edges and blended towards the center. After E44, I came in with E43 and blended out so I would have a nice highlight in the center. Since an acorn is round, I wanted to keep that center highlight so that it would appear to be round. Then I came in with E44 to color in those little spots on either side of the top of the acorn that rests next to the bottom of the acorn. And then I colored over the top of the acorn one more time with the E44, but then I decided that I didn't have enough contrast. So I came in with E47 to get the outer edges of the acorn cap really dark, blended that out with the E44, and then again blended that out with the E43. And then I started to color in the bottom of the acorn. I started with E55 and flicked down the sides and towards the center, again leaving that center open so that I could have a center highlight. I blended that out with E31 and decided that I don't have enough contrast, so I came in with E57 and went around the outer edges of the acorn and again flicked in towards the center. Blended that out again with the E55 and the E31, and I wanted to have a little bit more contrast under the top of the acorn. So I brought in E29 and just did a line underneath the top there, and I flicked it down just a tiny little bit onto the bottom part of the acorn, just so it would have more of a shadow from the cap or the top of the acorn. Then I came back in with the E57 and blended out the E29 and added a little bit more shading down the sides of the acorn. I blended that out a little bit more with the E55, and I finally finished up with the E31. All of the supplies that I used will be listed in the description box below, as well as over on my blog. Make sure you head on over to the blog to get all the information about those 4 giveaways. Thank you so much for joining me. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you've not yet subscribed, I'd love it if you would. And don't forget to ring the bell so you're notified every time a new video is posted. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time.